Every year, around 40,000 people complete a short-term prison sentence in England and Wales. In a way, they are ordinary people, just like you and me. But as a result of their prison experience, the typical ex-offender is also at a severe disadvantage. Many have separated from their partners, and 45% have lost contact with their families. 30% have nowhere to live. Some receive a small grant of £46, and their hometown is hours away. Can you imagine such a situation? Where would you go and who would you turn to? Would you be able to cope? Meet Ian, a typical ex-offender.
Because of my addiction to the alcohol, I've basically lost contact with my family. They don't want to know me. And it became very apparent very quickly after my release that there was a real possibility of me having my house repossessed. I'd been one of those people that if anything happened or you got mail, you buried your head in the sand. When I came out of hospital after Val's funeral, I was on the cusp of doing something silly. And it took me 7 weeks to sort of pull myself together.
The average annual cost of keeping someone like Ian in prison is around £32,000 each year. To help them resettle back into the community, individuals can ask for support from a mentoring agency. New Leaf is one such organisation. We provide help in 3 areas: support and guidance, signposting to specialist services for help with debt, health and housing issues, and advocacy with these issues. New Leaf works across the Thames Valley. We have only 1 full-time employee, 6 working part-time, and 60 volunteers. Each year we receive 200 referrals, and in response we provide up to 100 ex-offenders with 3 to 6 months of mentoring from one of our trained volunteers. But not all of the support we provide or our costs are funded by the government. New Leaf relies on grants and voluntary contributions. Here's how New Leaf helped Ian.
I think if I had not had the time that was arranged for me through New Leaf at the OT warehouse, over the 8 months I was there, it was probably the best thing that had ever happened to me, because there was a no drinking policy. But through the help of New Leaf, my mentor, we got in touch with the Building Society, and we sat in the office and I was trembling like you cannot believe. But as soon as we came to that agreement, and again with the help of my mentor from New Leaf, because as I said, I wouldn't have done it on my own because my nerves wouldn't have stood it. I came out of there and I shook his hand, and I just couldn't express to him how grateful I was that he'd put the time in to come with me. And it was just like a ton weight had been lifted off my shoulders. It was probably one of the best things that had happened. It got me out of the house. I was meeting people, a lot of people. And again, it was only because of New Leaf and my mentor, because I don't think in any way, shape or form, if I'm honest with myself, I'd have put myself out to go and find it. Initially, obviously through the probation, put me in touch with New Leaf. I probably wouldn't have done it myself. And I could see that things were, in my own way, sort of improving. But it was only because of the help I was getting. But I definitely would have reoffended if I'd have been left to my own devices. Definitely.
It's not easy for an ex-offender to get his or her life back together as Ian has. Typically there are ups and downs, it takes time, and it requires considerable support. Indeed, the majority of ex-offenders reoffend within 12 months of their release. But with your support, New Leaf can help many more ex-offenders like Ian escape the cycle of crime, prison and reoffending. Here's what your support can do for people like Ian.
But it was only through the support of New Leaf and the fact that I then, for the first time for a very long time, probably 10 years, that I felt there was someone there that was looking out for me, and I had someone that I could go to. Because there's nothing worse than sort of thinking, well, no one really feels anything for me. And the fact it gave me an incentive, because I knew that I was meeting someone on a weekly basis. I didn't want to go to the meeting smelling of drink. So I have more good days now than I have bad days. I have people that I can actually ring, talk to if I need to. They ring me. And again, it's all because of New Leaf and the fact that I got the support that I did when I most needed it.
My name is Christopher Tyrer, and I have been chair of the New Leaf Strategy Group for the last 6 years. Ian's story shows how New Leaf can assist those leaving prison at the end of their sentences, resettle and reintegrate into their communities. It gives you some idea of the challenges they face, the support that they can receive from our mentors, and the benefits our work brings to them and to society at large. Could you help someone like Ian? Please contact us if you think that you can, whether by volunteering as a mentor or in some other role, or if you can offer practical support by a donation, time, expertise, or in any other way. Thank you for watching.